evil, not evil.
As evil?
Even! It's so hot. Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are doing a battle between a very, very luxury brand and a drugstore brand. So today we are going to be testing Dior's Rosy Glow Blush against L'Oreal's Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Blush. I am actually pretty familiar with both of these products. Sort of. So I obviously love the Dior Rosy Glow blushes. I have this in the shade Coral. This is one of my favorite blushes of all time. So, so beautiful. It gives you gorgeous flush to the cheeks. And then from the L'Oreal side, I actually tested this product out with you guys on camera. I did a battle between two different kinds of L'Oreal bronzers to see which one I liked better. This one, while not my absolute favorite, was still a great, great bronzer option from the drugstore. And so when I was shopping in Ulta and I saw both of these products, the shades are actually quite similar, and so I was like, I smell a battle. Actually, it's not even me that really smelled it. It was my sister. She's the one that recommended this video, so big shout out to her. So the Rosy Glow blush from Dior, this is in the shade Rosewood, and then the L'Oreal Infallible blush is actually also in the shade 20 Daring Rosewood. So let's go ahead and open this up and we will do a quick side-by-side and then also a little bit of swatches on my hand. Here it is. All right, they are slightly different in tone. I would say Rosewood is giving me a little bit more of a peachy glow to it. The L'Oreal is giving me a little bit more of a brownish, reddish kind of undertone. This one is giving me a little bit more of a pink undertone, so that's interesting. Okay, so it is quite a bit different. On the top we have Dior, and then on the bottom here we have L'Oreal. From a swatch perspective, the Dior blush never swatches well, so we'll kind of see how that goes. The L'Oreal is actually, that's super pigmented. I'm slightly nervous about it. Hopefully it blends out well. So in an effort to keep this battle as even as possible, we are going to be using the same brushes. This is from La Rousse Beauty. This is their LR342 Contour Blending Brush. It is one of my favorite brushes for putting on blush. Oh my god, why is that the same? I don't know. Let's go ahead and do Dior on the left side of my face, and then we are going to do L'Oreal on the right side. First off, I do have a layer of translucent powder on already. I do have a powder bronzer as well. All right, so here's the Dior. You know, this actually seems a bit softer in formula than compared to the Coral one that I have, so I'm gonna have to try to really test that out this week. That is, wow. That blended really, really smoothly into my skin. I would actually say I really love that shade actually. It's very, very beautiful. If you are my skin tone, slightly tanner than me, I think this would be gorgeous on you. It's like a very, very natural blush that's very, very smoothing. You can definitely see it. I like the shade of this. It's not like one of those blushes that's gonna be super, super like brightening, if that makes sense. I feel like it's just giving me a very beautiful flush. I think we're gonna add a little more, because why not? The Dior blush formula is just, it's good. It's really good. That's really built up quite a bit. I actually really like that. This is definitely something I can see myself reaching for in the fall, just in general, with like this like really deep rosy tones. I'm always like, fall. Okay, let's go ahead and give L'Oreal a shot here. Oh, whoa. Whoa, did you guys see how much powder kick up there was? And then look at how much ended up on the brush. Okay, we're just gonna lightly tap, and I'm gonna get rid of some of the extra powder here. Okay, please be good. I like the bronzer, so there's no reason why I shouldn't like the blush, right? Okay. And on the right side. Okay, I know I have two coats of blush on this side of my face, so maybe the second coat will really kind of amp that up for us. Oh, there we go. You know, interestingly enough, you guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. On my cheeks, wow, the placement is very different, sorry about that. The color on my face, L'Oreal, Dior, like, that color is almost the same. I would say the L'Oreal is definitely quite a bit more pigmented. I'm gonna actually just take a clean brush and just quickly kind of diffuse some of these edges here, just because I think it got a little bit intense. The first layer, I think I tapped off way too much of the powder, and then it didn't show up that much on my skin, so then the second time I was like, let's go ham! And then I put on way too much powder, so my bad. This is definitely a little bit more of a matte finish. However, I don't think that this is a flat matte. This is not one of those blushes where I think it has like zero glow to it. I actually think it has a very natural, very lifelike sheen to it. Like, this is not something that I would consider like flattens your face, if that makes sense. So again, we have Dior on this side and then we have L'Oreal on this side. So I think what we've established is that the colors are actually super close when you apply them onto the skin. The second thing I would say is this is slightly, just a little bit less glowy than the Dior, but both are really beautiful. I do not feel like I had a hard time blending this one out. The part that I am super interested in though is the staying capabilities of both. Now obviously L'Oreal sells their Infallible blush as like 24 hours. The Dior does not really, it doesn't say anything about being like a long-lasting blush. So I think that's the third thing that we are really going to hardcore test this week and kind of see which of these blushes I like more. So I'll be totally honest with you guys, for a first application, I actually kind of like the L'Oreal side a little bit more. The Dior, the Backstage, the Rosy Glow, like what's so great about it is that it's supposed to minimize texture while giving you a very subtle glow. But actually, like if I look in the mirror and the right side of my face is a lot more textured than the left side of my face, I'm actually not really sure why that is, but I actually feel like the L'Oreal did a much better job of smoothing out my texture than the Dior side. The Dior side, I'm actually picking up on a little bit of texture right here. Like I can really see it peeking through that blush. I'm not even wearing any highlight. On this side, I actually don't have any texture issues coming through. From a first impressions perspective, I actually like the L'Oreal side more, which is weird. It's not weird, it's just, I don't know, right? I'll let you guys know my final thoughts at the end of the week. Hey everyone, welcome back. It is now the end of the week, so let's go ahead and discuss the winner of the battle between L'Oreal and Dior. First things first, okay, so, all right, I thought that the L'Oreal was going to be the winner this week. I was like full faith after the first impressions, but this week as I tested both of these blushes more, I found myself gravitating more towards the Dior blush, and there are a couple of reasons why. This one I think functions better on a daily usage perspective. This is one that is just so easy to apply. It can apply on top of cream products. It can apply on top of bare skin. There's no issues, no skipping, just glides on really beautifully. The only thing about this that I don't really like is that it doesn't necessarily have the same lasting power as like the L'Oreal blush, and so in that category, like longevity wise, like it gets like it's like fine, but it's not amazing by any sense of the word. I definitely found myself, you know, throughout the day, if I looked at my face, even after setting it down with setting spray and everything, this was typically like gone within, I don't know, not like gone, but like significantly faded by like the 8-hour mark. And now you guys know I work really long hours, and so I need my makeup to stay on pretty much all day long, and so 8-9 hours is right around the area where I would call that acceptable, but it's not like phenomenal. Now here is where the L'Oreal really disappointed me. So anytime I did not set down my makeup with a translucent powder, this homeboy skipped like a mofo, and I don't know if it's because of the fact that it's so pigmented that it just needs a layer of translucent powder or a powder that matches your skin tone for it to just blend a little bit better, but it was definitely a powder that catches on anything that is not set down. So that was kind of the only thing about this that I was like, so close. However, if you are doing event makeup, if you need, like, let's say you're going to a wedding, it's gonna be hot, you're gonna be sweaty, you're going clubbing, whatever, you know, this is the blush that I would recommend to you over the Dior, only just because if you're already setting your face down with powder, you are in for like a night, you know what I mean? Like, it is glam, and if that's what you're going for, I would actually recommend this. I think it is quite a lovely blush. It's just, it takes a little bit more to work with than the Dior one, and for that reason and that reason alone, it's not really a dupe. Color-wise though, actually I'm gonna talk really quick about color. No matter what I put these products on top of, like both of these shades look identical. I know that in the pan, the Rosewood really does not look like it is similar to this at all because it looks like it is a lot lighter, but the way that it translates onto your skin, it just looks I don't know, it kind of takes on that very, very deep rosy tone, which is absolutely lovely, but just not exactly what you would expect from the pans. On your skin, it really does wind up looking a lot more like this. So just be aware of that as you are looking at the Dior blushes. And that pretty much wraps up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this battle. If you liked it, please feel free to like this video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.